Shall we start? Bills of exchange में कुछ डाउट्स है? Bills of exchange में होमवर्क क्या दिया था ना? Any doubts in bills of exchange chapter? No. Chapter 2.2 consignment. What is consignment? What is consignment? Selling goods to agent, yes. Selling agent, yes. How many parties do we have in consignment? What are they? Who are they? Sorry. Consignor. Consignor. Why do they enter into consignment? Why do they enter into this consignment agreement? We have discussed, right? What is the reason? He is not familiar in that area. One reason again. Next. Sales outlet, correct, good. Infrastructure, busy area. हमने discuss किया था ना. So this person consignor sends goods to consignee. He sends one document also. What is this document? We have discussed already. Proforma invoice. Very good. Proforma invoice. In return, consignee sends to consignor periodically some statement. What is this called? Account sales. Account sales. Account. Clear till now, read out. Madam, you did not. You are not present in the real class, right? Consignment is an agreement between consignor and consignee. Consignor sends some goods to consignee. Okay, because he might be having, say for example, his business in Assam. Consignee is present in Delhi. Say for example, IIT Delhi. His business is books, selling books. IIT Delhi में students रहेंगे, yes or no? That is busy area, yes or no? He doesn't have a sales outlet in Delhi. Okay, so he sends some goods, books here. Okay, to consignee to sell on his behalf. Okay, nothing but consignee is an agent. Okay, he is a principal. We call him as principal. Principal agent relationship. Clear? Clear with the introduction? Huh? He might not be having some sales outlet, infrastructure. He has to take some building on rent to start selling. Yes or no? So instead of that, consignee is already having his business, so he sends goods to consignee and gets the goods sold. Clear? Clear? But while sending the goods, he will send one pro forma invoice, not invoice. Why? Not invoice. Why?
Because
Yes, very good. Because it is not a sale. Yes or no? Because he is just sending the goods. Goods are not sold yet. So this is called pro forma. Pro forma is some temporary invoice. Okay? In return, consignee sends one statement to consignor periodically. Periodically means every week, every fortnightly. Fortnightly means fortnightly means 15 days. Very good. Every 15 days, every monthly, or every 3 months, quarter. We call this quarter. Okay. He sends periodically some one statement which is called account sales. What does this pro forma invoice contains? What are the details?
description of goods.
Very good. Description of goods. Any other ideas? Any other ideas? Description of goods. Yes, price at which the goods are to be sold. This is called the minimum selling price. You should mention minimum selling price. Because consignor will tell to the agent you have to sell minimum at this price. Above minimum price, can the consignor sell the goods? Yes. He is selling above the minimum price, well and good. Okay. So what does this account sales contain?
How many goods sold?
How many goods were sold? Okay. At what price? Very good. Again. Commission. He will get some commission, right? Yes or no? He is an agent. He is selling goods on behalf of consignor. He will expect something in return. Yes or no? Yes. What he will get? Commission. Commission. Commission is an income to whom here? Consignor. Expense to whom? Consignor. Okay. We have discussed some special commission. What is this? Del-Credry commission. What is this Del-Credry commission? Del-Credry commission. What is this commission?
When consignee takes the responsibility for bad debts.
Bad debts. When consignee is, sir, he is present in Delhi. Yes or no? Yes or no? He is more familiar with the area of Delhi. Yes or no? Consignor may not be knowing. Yes or no? That particular area. Similarly, Delhi people consignee is more aware of Delhi people. Yes or no? Yes. Suppose he is sending goods to sell to Delhi people, who will be in a better position to negotiate with the Delhi people, consignee or consignor? Consignee. Yes or no? So consignee, what consignor will do? He says to the consignee that you take the risk of bad debts. I mean, if consignee is selling some goods, he may sell on cash or credit, yes or no? Yes. If he is selling on cash, no issue. Yes. But if he is selling on credit, yes. In debts, I mean, how many categories of debts we have? Three. What are these three? Good debts, good. Bad debts, good. Doubtful debts. Yes, three. Sir, good debts ठीक है, doubtful भी ठीक है, लेकिन bad debts risk. Who has to bear the risk? Consignor. So instead of taking the risk, what consignor will do? I will give some extra commission. You take the risk of that. Why he is passing the risk? What are the reasons why he is passing the risk? Why? Why he is passing the risk of bad debts to the consignor? Why? Sorry, he is?
The consignee is with the personal touch with the.
I am not getting it. Sorry, can you repeat again?
Consignee face to face बेस है नहीं.
हाँ, फेस टू फेस नहीं है उधर, लेकिन क्योंकि ये तो असम में बैठा है, वो तो दिल्ली में है कि नहीं? So better person to deal with the debtors is consignee. You're following me? You need help till now? No. Del credit commission is this special commission where consignor passes the risk of bad debts to the consignee. Consignee will take the responsibility of debtors directly. Okay. Any loss due to bad debts, who will bear? Consignee. In case of del credit commission. In case of any other commission, consignor has to bear the bad debts risk. Clear with the concept? Come to page number 106. Page number 106. We have seen, right, parties involved in consignment. Who are they? Consignor. Just above it there is one line. Revenue from consignment. Can you see this line? Yes. Can you see this line? Rimpi, can you read? Revenue from consignment. Revenue in the sense here. Revenue in the sense. What is revenue? Sales, right? In case of trading concern, revenue is nothing but sales. Sales from consignment business is recognized by the consignor on sale of goods sent by the consignee. ब्रैकेट में क्या दिया? Accounting standard 9. AS 9 is nothing but revenue recognition. Okay. As per AS 9, consignor has to recognize the revenue only on sale of goods by the consignee. Clear? Till the time it is not sold, you cannot recognize it as income. This is one important point. Then parties to consignor, then pro forma invoice. Okay, here they have given the pro forma invoice. You can check what are the details of pro forma invoice. Okay. Pro forma invoice. What they are sending? What are the goods here? Garments. They are sending T-shirts, formal shirts. Yes. Then we have charges. What is these charges? Packing, carriage, insurance. Okay. These are all the details. I mean, they have mentioned number of goods sent, yes or no, quantity of goods, price of goods, yes, price of goods. Here they have not mentioned the minimum selling price, but normally they will mention the minimum selling price. What is this 1800? This 1800. 1000 can be invoice price or I mean selling price or cost price. I don't know. Yes, 1000 can be cost price or 1000 can be selling price. I don't know. Here is the example. What is that? Okay. Generally, pro forma invoice is sent at invoice price. Okay. Invoice price. I mean, it will this 1000 he has to sell the goods at least for this 1000 rupees. Okay. Then we have pro forma this account sales. Can you see the account sales? What are the items in the account sales? Sir, wristwatch, but above that we have one word. What is this? Sales. This is sales. Yes or no? Then less charges. What are these charges? Unloading, go down, selling commission. These are the expenses spent by consignee, not consignor. Okay. Here we have another expenses. I mean in the first page, packing, carriage, insurance. What are these expenses? कंसाइनी कंसाइनर जो एक्सपेंसेस किया था वो है सर दोनों तो होगा क्या एक्सपेंसेस होगा होगा while sending goods from Assam to Delhi ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट है हियर लोडिंग कॉस्ट है उधर अनलोडिंग कॉस्ट है कि देन देयर एक्सपेंसेस उधर अनलोड होने के बाद गोडाउन रेंट होगा यस और नो गोडाउन रेंट or he suppose he is having some computer maintenance something yes carriage something some expenses okay clear suppose if the consignor is not having trust on the consignee yes or no because consignor is sending some goods. What happens if the consignee takes the goods and runs away? Yes or no? So instead, I mean to avoid this situation, consignor takes some amount. What is this amount called? I mentioned in the last class. What is this amount called? Security deposit. You call it as? Suppose consignee is in a faraway place. Consignor cannot take the risk, right, by sending the goods, just by agreeing the agreement and sending the goods. What happens if this person runs away? I mean, he gets absconded. Huh? So, consignee from consignor takes what amount? Security deposit. We call it as advance. Okay? Advance. Consignment related transactions. What are they? Goods sent on consignment. Who will send to whom? Who will send to whom? Consignor to consignee. Advance by consignee to consignor. Expenses on consignment. Both consignor, consignee also. Because both can have expenses. Okay? Then consignment sale. Who is going to sell the goods? Consignee, very good. Then commission, come to commission. What are the different types of commission? Ordinary commission. Okay. Then bill credit commission. I have already explained bill credit commission. Here that is. There overriding commission. This is some extra commission. Okay. If it is a very busy area, then the consignor is also aware of the profit which consignor is gaining. Then he may request some additional commission. Yes or no? So only why you have to benefit, I should also benefit. Yes or no? Yes? This is some extra commission. Then what is this? Loss of goods sent on consignment. Loss of goods and on consignment. What is this loss? Sorry, which loss? Which? And then सेल करने से पहले अच्छा after sale some loss might happen. So bad debt loss, you are telling bad debt loss. लॉस में बेच दिया ये समझा you can explain
अगर बेच ही नहीं सकता वो
बेचा ही नहीं है और बेचा ही नहीं तो स्टॉक में रहेगा तो गोडाउन में लॉस हुआ पहले एक्सीडेंट जैसा what loss you are referring to I'm not getting that point सेल नहीं की है तो क्या लॉस हो सकता है तो स्टॉक में रहेगा for example he is sending some 100 calculators okay consignor is sending some 100 calculators if consignor is not selling these 100 calculators it will be in stock yes or no but what you are mentioning can be for perishable goods what he is mentioning say for example milk he is selling milk to the consignee milk is a perishable product yes or no do you agree with me yes say for example it can be stored for 7 days in the refrigerator yes or no after 7 days it gets lost what he is mentioning you are mentioning that loss or some other loss that loss perishable goods yes one of the reason it can be in case of perishable goods the goods can perish this is called normal loss in case of loss we can have two types of losses what are those losses normal loss abnormal loss can anyone give the example of normal loss abnormal loss suppose someone is sending say for example should I mention petrol they are sending petrol can you tell me what is normal loss what is abnormal loss can you just think and tell me what can be normal loss what can be abnormal loss first of all what is normal loss what is abnormal loss
normal loss is maybe because of something
by nature very good okay
an abnormal loss may be stolen or something by
very good normal loss in the sense loss is inherent in nature no one can stop it yes no one can stop it sir abnormal loss you can stop it yes you can stop it sir what are abnormal losses man-made losses indirectly man-made losses yes for example some theft तो पेट्रोल जा रहा था टैंक में ओके नीचे से कोई एक लीटर ले लिया टैंक में जा रहा था पीछे है वो क्या बोलते हैं वो होगा ना वाटर टैंकर जैसा तो ऐसा कर दिया लीटर ले लिया गया थेफ्ट यस बट व्हाट इज नॉर्मल लॉस इन केस ऑफ पेट्रोल कैन एनीवन थिंक
ट्रांसपोर्ट करते वक्त
गिर गया नो एक्सीडेंट हो गया नो एक्सीडेंट इज यू कैन स्टॉप एक्सीडेंट suppose it is a very in the mid of summer yes mid of summer some temperature is some 40 degrees okay evaporate हो गया ऐसा ना evaporate होगा बाइक में ही डालेगा पूरा पेट्रोल टैंक फुल करेगा थोड़ा evaporate हो जाएगा ऐसा ना why due to evaporation yes or no while sending there was 1000 liters while unloading we can see only 980 liters 20 liters evaporate हो गया this is called normal loss so no one can control this sorry leakage you can stop it na stop it. Yes or no? But while unloading, some 1-2 drops may spill here and there. This is also normal. So we cannot avoid this also. Some quantity we may lose while loading and unloading. Yes or no? These are all normal losses. Which we can avoid is called abnormal loss. Which we cannot avoid is called normal loss. So which we cannot avoid, what should we do with this loss? Normally loss, what will we do with the loss? In preparation of financial statement, BSc, loss is of what nature? Loss. Some loss. What do you do with the loss? To which account you transfer it? Sorry? Not provision. Losses. What is the nature of losses? Golden rules of accounting. Loss. What do you do with the loss? Huh? Debit. Very good. Debit. So this is a nominal account. Yes or no? So what do you do with this nominal account? At the year end. To which financial statement do you transfer this nominal account? What are the financial statements? Trading P&L balance sheet. To which account do you transfer this nominal account? Loss. Any loss? P&L na? So here normally if you have any loss, you have to transfer it to P&L account. But this is normal loss. Yes or no? Yes or no? Which we cannot stop. Yes or no? Following me? Are you with me till now? Any doubts till now? No? Abnormal loss you have to transfer to P&L account. No question with that, because you can avoid but you still could not avoid it. Yes? So this loss is due to your negligence, you take it to the P&L account. But normal loss, what I have to do with the normal loss? Any guess, any idea? Normal loss is beared by the good units. What is it? Normal loss is bared by good units. Selling price में ऐड करेगा. Yes, वो partially correct. I explain it. Partially correct. What will happen to the abnormal loss? What will do with the abnormal loss? Abnormal loss is recognized in P&L account. I'll explain this with an example. Suppose I have sent 1000 calculators. Okay, 1000 calculators. Say for example for 10 rupees or 100 rupees. Okay, what is the amount? What is the total cost? 1000 calculators at the rate 100 rupees. Sorry, 1 lakh. Now during the transit, 10 calculators have been destroyed. Assume it is a normal loss. I cannot recall any reason why calculator is getting damaged due to normal loss. I cannot recall anything. Okay, but assume. Okay, 10 calculators has been lost. What is the price? So what is the loss? Sorry? 1000. Yes or no? Consignee receives how many calculators? Consignee receives how many calculators? See, during transit 10 calculators has been loss due to normal loss. I'm talking about normal loss. Okay. How many calculators will consignee receive? 990. Yes or no? So what is the total cost incurred till now? 1 lakh 1000. Yes or no? 1 lakh 1000. Yes or no? Yes. Following me till now? Yes or no? This is the total. Sorry, 99,000. 99,000. Yes. 99,000. Yes. But this is a normal loss. Okay. So the loss should be bared by good units. Yes or no? So 1 lakh divided by 990. What is the amount? Check. What is the amount? 1 lakh divided by 990. What is the amount? 101. 101, right? What was the earlier price? 100. Sir, this loss has been, this 1000 rupees has been paid by 990 units. Following me? Sir, actual price is 100 rupees only. But this is a normal loss. Yes or no? No one can do anything about this. Yes? Any organization, suppose he is some calculator, he has some calculator business, some other person has also some calculator business, he will also face this normal loss, he will also face this normal loss. Yes or no? So the burden of this 1000 rupees is bared by this 990 units. What are these 990 units? Good units. So why I am calling these are good units? After normal loss, they are remaining. Yes or no? Yes. These are lost units. These are good units. Clear? Understood? Understood what I am telling? Yes. Indirectly, price of the calculator will get inflated. Yes or no? Suppose we have some vegetable seller. Okay. Suppose we have one vegetable seller. Okay. He is getting some coconuts. Say some coconuts. He got some 10 coconuts here. Okay. 10 coconuts. So for example, 10 rupees. In the transit, 5 coconuts were lost. Assume it as normal loss. Okay. So while selling these 5 coconuts, he want to recover the whole cost. Yes or no? Yes or no? He want to recover the whole cost because this is normal loss. No one can do anything about this. Yes or no? So this is indirectly good units will get the burden of the normal loss. Following me? In case of abnormal loss, no. Yes or no? In case, suppose if these 10 units are lost due to abnormal loss, revised cost will be 99,000. Part cost of the calculator will still be 100 only. Following me? Clear below? Yes? Then what we have? Unsold stock lying with consignee. Yes or no? Whatever the goods are sent by consignee may not be sold. Yes? It is not possible to sell everything. Yes or no? Some stock will be lying with the consignee. Yes or no? Yes? This stock is still belonging to consignee? No. Very good. Consignee no. Yes? He has to show it in his books that some stock is lying with consignee. Okay? Goods sent at cost, goods sent at invoice price. What is this? Can anyone tell me the difference? Goods sent at cost, goods sent at invoice price. Can anyone tell me the difference? Sorry? Okay. cost means book value. Book value means
book value, price at which the consignor is executed,
consignor is manufactured or produced.
manufactured,
Very good, okay.
and invoice price, the cost plus profit.
Cost plus profit, very good, very good. Do you can do the of course? Yeah. So this, you have this cost price, right? Say for example, he has manufactured some goods, yes? He has manufactured some goods. So the production cost, I mean the manufacturing cost, say for example, is 100 rupees. Okay? Okay? He can either manufacture or he can purchase from someone else. Yes? Cost is 100 rupees. Suppose his profit 20 rupees. What will be the selling price? What will be the selling price? 120. While sending the pro forma invoice is sent by whom to whom? Consignor to consignee. He can quote either this 100 rupees plus some margin, say for example 20%. Okay? He can either send 100 plus 20 specifying the cost. Okay? Or he can either directly send for 120 rupees. Clear? If he is sending at cost, he will mention 100 rupees there in the pro forma invoice. If he is sending at invoice price, he will mention 120 rupees. Clear? This 120 rupees will be the minimum selling price. Clear? Sir, here if he is sending at cost, then books. What will be the increase in consignor books? What will be the increase in consignee books? If he is sending at invoice price, what will be the increase in consignor books? What will be the increase in consignee books? We have to check, huh? Okay? We will check it later. Then accounting for consignment. Come to accounting for consignment. Unsold stock or goods in transit. Okay. Who is the owner for both of these stock? Who is the owner? Consignor. He has to record both the stock in these books. Yes or no? Accounting for consignment, books of consignor. What are the accounts? Books of consignor, books of consignee. What are the accounts you will maintain? Consignment account. What are the other accounts? Goods sent on consignment account. Third one, consignee's account. Consignment stock account. Fourth one, consignment debtors account. Here what they will maintain? Here what they will maintain? Consignor's account. Commission account. Consignment debtors account. We have another account, consignment inwards account. In the books of consignor, sir, what is this consignment account? consignment account you can say similar to trading account, trading and profit and loss account. Yes or no? Sir, you open this consignment account to check the profit or loss on this consignment. Okay? This is similar to the trading account. So what do you have in trading account? Starting with opening stock. Yes or no? Here also opening consignment stock. Okay? Then two purchases. Here we have two goods and non consignment. मतलब कंसाइनी को बेच रहे हैं ना वो goods. Then you have what expenses? Direct expenses. Yes or no? Direct expenses. Yes. Here also we have consignors expenses, consignees expenses. Clear? Then what do you have in the credit side? Sales. Here also we have sales. Sales are done by who? Consignee. Very good. Consignee. Then suppose in trading account there is a stock loss, goods, fire accident, damage due to fire accident. You have credit side, right? Credit side. Because stock is getting reduced, you credit something else. Here we have what loss? Here we have what loss? Normal and abnormal, you have both. But normal loss is paid by good units, you can ignore abnormal loss. Here we have goods in transit damage, goods damaged in transit. Then you have last one, what do you have? Closing stock. Here you have unsold stock lying with consignee. Understood? Understood? Similar, consignment account is nothing but carbon copy. Carbon copy in the sense exact xerox of trading account. Clear now? Clear? Goods and consignment. Nothing but stock, some sort of stock account. Okay? Stock. You maintain separate stock account only for consignment goods. When you send some goods on consignment, you will post one entry in this goods sent on consignment account. Later on, if you verify the books, you will know that this much goods has been sent on consignment. Clear? 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 Consignee's account. Who is consignee? Goods are sent. I can say consignee is almost similar to agent. Yes, agent. I can also say he is almost similar to debtor. Yes or no? Debtor. Because on my behalf he is selling the goods, he is receiving the payment. That payment I have to collect from him. Yes or no? Yes or no? So indirectly debtor's account. Similar to debtor's account. I mean some consignee's account. Clear? Clear? Similarly, he will maintain my account as creditor's account, consignor account. You can check here. Yes? Here? He is maintaining consignee account. He is maintaining consignor's account. Yes? Clear? Consignment stock is nothing but closing stock or opening stock. Okay? Consignment debtor's account. Debtors, not consignee account, other debtors. I mean the person to whom the consignee has sold on credit. Yes or no? Consignee sells goods both on cash and credit. Yes or no? Suppose he has sold some goods on credit. We have some debtors, right? Consignee will have some debtors. Yes or no? But those debtors are whose debtors? Consignor's debtors. Yes or no? Because he is going to receive the payment. Yes or no? But he will maintain consignment debtors account only if he is not paying bill credit commission. Suppose if he is paying bill credit commission, he will not maintain this account. Why? 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 Because risk of bad debts has been passed to whom? Consignee. Here also he will maintain consignment debtors account only when he is receiving bill credit commission. Following me? Only when consignee is receiving the bill credit commission, he will maintain consignment debtors account. Yes or no? If he is not receiving, who will maintain the consignment debtors account? Consignor. Clear? So at a time, in both the books, consignment debtors will not appear. Clear? Clear now? Any doubts till now? No? Clear with this account in the books of consignment? Now here, commission account, income to whom? Expense to whom? Here he will record this expense in the consignment account directly. Yes? Yes? Here he will record with a separate account, commission account. Clear? Clear? What is this consignment inward account? He is sending some goods, right? Goods sent for collection. I mean, goods sent on consignment. Sorry. He will receive goods received on consignment. This is nothing but consignment inward account. These both are same. Okay? But these are maintained occasionally, not by all the consignees. Okay? Clear? Clear with the accounts? Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts till now? Any doubts till now? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can ask. If you have any doubts, you can ask. What accounts do we have in consignment books? What accounts? Consignment account. In this account, what we will find? Sorry? No problem. Opening balance of what? Stock. Yeah, stock, and then all these items, and finally you get what? You are finding something in this consignment account. What do you find? Profit or loss on consignment? Yes? Profit or loss on consignment? I am ending up in profit or loss while doing this consignment business. You have to find it, right? Yes? Then consignees account. What you will find in consignees account? I mean, the closing balance. What is the closing balance in consignees account? Any guess? Any guess? Money? Money? Received from consignee. Yes, she is correct. Money to be received from consignee. Yes or no? Because he is selling my goods. He has incurred some expenses. Say, for example, he has sold some goods for 10,000. He has incurred expenses of 1,000. He has to send me how much amount? How much amount he has to send me back? 9,000. Yes or no? So consignor will record this consignee's account to ascertain the balance to be received from consignee. Very good. Yes, consignee. Then consignment stock is the normal account, opening stock, closing stock. Goods and consignment is nothing but similar to purchases of stock. You can consider both. Okay. Here, what do you have from consignor's account? What is the closing balance of consignor account? Any guess? Sorry? Both these are same, right? Yes or no? Here he is recording this account to ascertain what balance? Closing balance is to amount to be received from consignee. Similarly, he is also recording. This and both should match. Yes or no? Yes. Why he is preparing this account to ascertain the balance to be paid to consignor. To be paid. Both these will match. Clear? Clear? Yes. If somebody is selling the goods, the other person will record it as I am selling some goods to some other person. The other person will record it as Sorry? Purchases normally. Yes or no? If it is sale for me, it is purchase to you. Yes or no? Amount is same. Yes or no? Sale amount is 10,000. Purchase amount is also 10,000. Both should match. Clear? Huh? We will check. We will go through the sums tomorrow. Okay. But I request you to check all these entries now. Journal entries. You have the journal entries, right? You have to go through all the journal entries. Okay, from page number 112 to 115, because this whole chapter depends on these journal entries. Clear? This is normal journal entries. Okay, check the entry, think of the impact. Okay, think of the impact, what is going on of the organization, what is coming in. Okay, if you have any doubt, we will discuss tomorrow, then we will go to the sums. Clear? Any doubts in this consignment? I mean, in the introduction? Any doubts? Any concept you are not clear with? No? Clear? Clear?